Hi, how you doing everyone? I hope you're doing well. For me, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Welcome back to Learning English with TSK. For today's video, we are going to focus on the new tense, past simple tense. But as I have already told you, before going to study why and when do we use the past simple, one thing you have to know first is how to form the three of past simple forms: positive, negative, and question. And also spelling rule. Understand? Now let's go. We form positive sentence of the past simple by using subject plus verb to. Verb to means past simple verb. So past simple verb is the verb we use in the second column. Sometimes you call verb to. Because there is some of the grammar rule, grammar book. It's a past simple verb, or sometimes all the students just remember verb 2, verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, okay? But in fact, verb 1 we use as the base verb. Verb 2 use as past simple verb. And verb 3 use as past participle. But in order to make it easier for the students, they have noted verb 1 as the base verb, verb 2 as the past simple verb, and verb 3 as the past participle. But don't worry about that. Even you know verb 1, even you say base verb, it's okay, no problem. You understand what I mean? The right thing is you have done the right form. Right? So now let's go. Subject plus verb 2 plus object. This is the form of positive. Okay? This is the positive form. Once again, we make the positive form of the past simple by using the subject plus verb 2 plus object. Okay? Now, let's go to the example. You drank too much beer last night. You is a subject. Drink is the verb 2. That's why you need to know the three forms of the verb, three columns of the verb: base verb, the base verb, past simple verb, and then past participle. First column of the verb, second column of the verb, and the third column of the verb. And if you don't remember, if you don't know about the three forms of them, it will be complicated for you to study the form. Okay? When you got free time, try to memorize it at home. You don't need to understand. Memorize it. Right? Now, you drank too much beer last night. The action is drink. So drink is the second verb from base verb or infinitive to drink. Alright? So we do not think about the past participle because past simple verb is not related to the past participle, right? So just think about the first column of the verb, it means base verb, and the second column of the verb, it means verb 2, past simple verb, right? So now let's go. Subject plus verb 2 plus object. You is a subject, right? Drink, from infinitive to drink, right? Too much beer last night. We still not focused about this yet, okay, on this yet, but just focus on the form, right? Okay, now let's go to another one. He is a subject. Received is the past simple of infinitive to receive. For this 10, I would like to remind you once again. For this 10, past simple 10, the verbs you have to know just two columns in that. Okay? Base form the verb and past simple verb. Verb 1 and verb 2. Right? Okay, now let's go. He received the message 2 hours ago. He received the message 2 hours ago. So he is the subject. Receive is the past simple verb from infinitive receive. Okay? So this must be very important. You have to know both of the columns. Base verb and past simple verb. Verb 1 or verb 2, right? So, he received the message 2 hours ago. Let's go to the third one. They made delicious coffee for me. They made delicious coffee for me. They is a subject in a sentence. Made is the second verb, second column of the verb or past simple verb from infinitive or from base verb to make. Make and then go to the second one, made. Okay? So try to remember that. They made delicious coffee for me. She danced. Danced. She danced with me, so with you last week. She danced with you last week, right? Danced from infinitive to dance. Dance and then go to the past simple, danced. We add E to the base form of the verb, we have past simple verb or verb 2, right? Last one, we did the great job yesterday. We did the great job yesterday. So did is the past simple, is that? And from infinitive or base verb is to do. So to do and then did, this is the second one, right? To do is the base verb, base form of the verb or infinitive or verb infinitive. And then verb 2 is called past simple verb. So to do and then go to the past simple, did, right? So we say we did the great job yesterday. And now let's move to the negative. Move to the negative. There are some points that you have to remember. There are some points that you have to remember. Now, please have a look. You drank too much beer last night, then when you make it into negative, you have to see the form. You use subject, a subject the same in the front, did plus not plus base verb. So when we change from positive to negative, the verb, like we change, the past verb change into the base verb. Because you have got two words here, did and not together. So this is the negative. When the negative sentence, okay, the verb here is the base verb. It's not the second verb anymore. When we use as the positive sentence, verb must be used as the second column or verb 2, past simple verb. But when you change it to the negative, so there is no more verb 2. Verb 2 change to base verb because that sentence is the negative. Okay? Now let's go. Subject plus did plus not. Here there is not verb 2 anymore, right? Go to verb 1. Base verb and then plus object. So now let's go together. You, in here you say you did. Okay, sorry, you drank. You drank too much beer last night. And when we change it into the negative one, you gotta use you is the same and then follow the rule of that, the form of that. Did is dead, not is here. And then there is no drank anymore. We use drank is only in the past simple form of positive, in the positive form, right? But drink here is not the past simple form anymore. The reason is we have got auxiliary verb did and not, okay, used in this form already. So when we have got did and not used with it shows about negative form. The verb cannot be used in the second column anymore. It goes to the base verb. So you cannot say, you did not drink too much beer last night or something like that. You cannot say, you did not drink. Okay? It changed to base verb. That's why I want you to remember two columns of the verb. Base verb form and the second verb form we call past simple verb. You do not just remember only one verb, like second verb, right? You have to remember the base form of the verb and also the second verb, past simple. Okay? So, you did not drink too much. And go to the second example. He received the message 2 hours ago, and then go to negative. He did not receive. There is no D anymore. Go back to the base verb. Okay? Go back to the base verb. We use the second verb in past simple tense is only in the positive form. Once again, we use past simple verb or second verb. So, verb 2, okay, is only in the affirmative form or the positive form. Okay? When we use it into negative form or question form, there is no more second verb. It go back to the base verb. Right? So, he did not receive the message. Okay. Look at that one. Receive, there is no D. But in case that you use one more D, it goes to the second verb. Past simple verb. When you use past simple verb here, it is automatically wrong. Because you use against the form of the negative. Understand? That's why you are wrong. Now, let's go to the third one. They made delicious coffee for me. And then we go to the negative. They, the same rule, the same form, right? Subject did not, right? They did not. Make here is the base verb. You cannot say they did not make. It's absolutely wrong. Completely wrong. Definitely wrong, right? So, they did not make delicious. You cannot say they did not make, right? They did not make delicious, blah, 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 right? Let's go to the fourth one. She danced with you last week. And when we change it into negative, she, subject, stay the same, put in the front. And then you have got to follow the form. This one, did not, okay, did not. And then dance is the first verb, base verb. There is no D, right? In case you put D, you got the problem. This is wrong. This is not right, right? So, she did not dance with you, blah, blah, okay? Another one. We did the great job yesterday. And then go to the negative. We did not. So, you cannot use did anymore. Did here is not did here, right? Did this one, this is auxiliary verb that you form, right? And did here is the second verb of infinitive to do. So when you use negative, there is no more did as a simple verb, right? So it must go back to the base verb, do. Okay? So we say, we did not do the great job, blah, 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 right? We did not do the great job yesterday, right? So let's go to the next one. Now, we change positive to question. We form the question sentence of the past simple by using did in the front, and then plus subject, all subjects. That's why I don't want to explain you like I, we, you, they, he, she, it. I say all subject. That's why I don't explain it to you about he, she, it, I, we, you, they, right? So the same one. So did and then plus subject plus base verb. As I told you, you use second verb or past simple verb is only in positive sentence. When you use past simple in negative and question sentence, there is no more second verb. There is no more past simple verb. The past simple verb you use in the positive way, positive sentence, go back to the base verb, okay? The base verb. It means to do, to eat, what's that? To drink, something like that, right? Now, let's go. Can you say did you drink? Can you say did you drink? You cannot. But if you saying like that, everybody can understand. Of course they can understand. And they also know that you are wrong. For writing, you are 100% wrong. But for speaking, you are also 100% wrong. But they can still understand what you say. Example, you ask me, did you drink too much last night? Example, you confuse, you forgot to change it. And then you say, did you drink too much beer last night? For me, for myself, I know. Okay? The word drink here is from verb drink, right? But I don't want to say they are wrong, right? I understand what they mean. But when you are writing, it's a big mistake you made. For writing, it's the big mistake you made. Okay? Next, he received the message 2 hours ago. And then we go to the question, did, and then he received, go back to the base form of the verb. No D. Right? So the message, blah, 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 right? Let's go to the third one. They made delicious coffee for me. And when we make it into question, did they, so made, go back to make. Right? To make. Second one, made. But when you use made in the positive, and when we go back to the question or negative, there is no more made. Understand? Only make. Made exists only in positive form of the past simple. But if you use if you use past simple tense in negative or question, there is no more past simple verb. There is no more verb to. Okay? Now, let's go to the next one. She danced with you last week. And then we go to the negative. We go to the question. Did she dance? So there is no D here. Right? Then, and then dance. No D, right? When we put D, everybody can understand. But it is grammatically wrong. Understand? That will give you 0 if you put D here. 0, completely 0. Right? So you have to be careful. Saying is no problem, but writing is the problem. Did she dance with you? Blah, 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 right? And the last one, we did the great job yesterday. And then when we make question, we got did in the front, okay? Did, and then subject, do is from the second verb, did, okay? So did, and then go back to the base verb is do. Do, did. and then past participle, right? So let me remind you once again about how to form the positive, the negative, and the question. We form the positive sentence of the past simple by using subject, and then second verb or verb to is exist. Okay? But when you make it into negative or question of the past participle, verb to doesn't exist anymore. It disappeared. You have only seen the best verb. Okay? So that's all from me today. For the forms of the past simple use, right? For the form of the past simple, positive, negative, and question. Please learn at home more in case you still not remember. Don't forget, try your best to do it. Learning grammar is not in the very short time and you can know everything. Learning grammar is like saving the money in the piggy bank. Alright? Learn hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, years by year. Don't be in a hurry. Quality is much better than quantity. Okay? Lastly, don't forget, help subscribe my Facebook page and also YouTube channel in order to get more video related to the 12 basic English tenses. Bye for now.